So I always recommend giving yourself a bit of a visual, if nothing else. If you're not sure what to do, just do a quick sketch. -6,1 is going to be around here, 712, I don't know, here. And notice they're saying that this point is the center. And so this is just a point on the circle. So that means if I do a very rough sketch, this is what we have going on there. Well, they want the radius, really the length of the radius. And the radius is the distance from the center to any point on the circle. But obviously, this point is going to be significant because they actually gave us that ordered pair. Now, if you recall from geometry and even honestly Algebra 1, Algebra 2, they would have taught you a distance formula that's really derived from Pythagorean theorem. So you might have used a Pythagorean theorem here. And if so, that's a pretty great way to do it. You could look at this as a right triangle. You could find the difference of the x's, the difference of the y's, and that could help you to find this radius. So you could look at it like that, like the Pythagorean theorem. But this is the distance formula. So I could absolutely do it by hand and find the difference of the x's. I could either do -6 minus 7 or 7 minus -6. Now, the reason I'm going pretty quickly here is because honestly, this is not the approach I would recommend. And even if I can do it fairly quickly, I definitely would not do this on the test. Before I could show you a shortcut, it's kind of beneficial to show you what that shortcut is saving you. So this is root 290. So let me go ahead into Desmos at this point, and I'll remove any other stuff by clicking the gear icon, delete all. And I want to find this to the nearest integer. Okay, let's go here. A cool shorthand or shortcut with the keyboard is SQRT, does square root 290. And then 17.0 blah, blah, blah. If I round to the nearest integer, I'm going to want to round the 7, but I have to look to the right of it. A 0 says stay. So my answer is 17. Now, all that was, a pretty lengthy explanation. It took me like 2.5 minutes, right? Now, instead, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to plot these points. And let's call, center point C. And I'll put parentheses. Very important that you put the equal sign. And now I'll call this other one maybe P for point. Okay, so I'll put 712. Now, if I put distance, did you know that as a kind of a shorthand, I get my answer, right? And you could have gone here and done functions and scrolled down to geometry and chosen distance, but it's a little bit easier just to type it in my opinion. So either way you get 17, but obviously Desmos is really efficient.